do in life that separates our body and our soul, our spirit self. So when we're born, there is a bowl of light, and when we go through life, a pebble comes in and blocks the light off from whatever, from being screamed at as a child. Don't touch that! How many told you not to touch that? And,
contraction.
Huh?
A contraction.
Yeah, it's a contraction instead of encouraging expansion. And if you have an emotional trauma, that also puts pebbles in it. Stuff like that, right? That's the children of the ninth rainbow perspective. And all Hawaiians understood that. And so the very simple thing, when your bowl gets dimmed so dark, you just empty the bowl of stones out. So Ho'oponopono is about getting rid of the onion. It's not about peeling the leaf of the onion. Get rid of the onion and the light shines. Okay? It's about letting go. The women that I worked with when I was at University of Maryland, who were abused and started from one and pretty soon the word got out in the community. I ended up working on 6 different women at different times of the 2 years that I was there. And one of the key things was, when you're ready, here's a tool. Here's the tools. But I cannot force them to let go of that experience. But it's if you want your light to shine, letting go is a critical part of it. Holding on to a traumatic.
Say that again.
If you want your light to really shine, you have to let go of the traumatic experience, because the stones are still in there.
Yeah.
So emptying the stone is about letting go and getting rid of the onion. And I can sit in all kinds of circles. In fact, in Kauai, when I had a Ho'oponopono class, it was a 2-day class, this gentleman, he's a counselor, and he worked with the battered women's group there in Kauai. And he had a hard time grasping that idea that reigniting our light is getting rid of the onion. He just couldn't, because his idea that is like, well, what about this and what about that, and what about them processing this emotional experiences so they can, and he went all into his intellectual things that you learn in school.
Right.
And on the second day, he finally said, I get it, Maka'ala. What's hard for me is that I paid a lot of money to get my degree.
Yeah.
And to help others shine their light requires all these things that I have learned. I've been conditioned to learn. And when I come along and say, well, just get rid of the onion, empty your bowl. It is as simple as that.
Yes.
So basically, the light is always there.
Of course, it's all.
But there's something that's dimming it.
We are dimming it.
We are
Ourselves.
dimming it.
Not somebody else, but we are.
We are dimming it, and so it's essential for us to let go of whatever it is that is separating us from our light.
Yeah. So let me go back to Morna Simeona's rendition about the separation of the soul from the physical body. When a child is born, they're connected.
Yeah.
And you can see it in the eyes, at least for the first 7 years. They're always looking up, they're always connected to the other world and this world. And what happens is, through life, and you see this all the time when you go to stores or shopping, a parent is yelling at the kid. It's already shutting them down. How we handle the children shuts them down. You'll never amount to anything when you get older. You're good for nothing, you're late. All this stuff dims our light. I shared this story with Marcia and Barbara, and maybe Sam guys, I think we talked about it, where my son and I was in the Mount Ashland snowboarding, and we came to the line, and his mom is yelling at her son, and the son must have been about 5 years old, and he was having a hard time putting his shoe into the ski. It was very embarrassing because everyone could hear it. And she was like blinded by what's going around her, but it was just so, God damn it, get it out. I mean, it was shutting this child down. My son comes up to me and said, Dad, I said, I know, let's lift this pillar of light for him. And so we did that. And just then, this girl comes into the line, hey Jimmy boy, or Jimmy, whatever. And the mother shifted her whole energy. Now, I don't know if it's because of the girl or with us, but we are helping this child to maintain their light. Because they're young and they're influenced and they're conditioned and they're shut down. Whether it's religion, politics, or government, or whatever it is, we are being shut down. So our light is dimmed because we allow it to be dimmed.
Because we allow it to.
Of course. You give your power away when you get angry at somebody else. And so, here's the thing to think about. Having our light shine all the time requires that you be attentive to inhale breath before you exhale those words. Paying attention to the intention on the inhale breath before you exhale those words. When someone is telling me, having a disagreement about an idea, and they're smiling at me, it's a contradiction. Their inhale breath and exhale breath is not in alignment. We were teaching a elite class in Eugene, and the guy down the hallway is, well, what kind of treatment was it they're doing? Body realignment thing or something like that.
Oh, Evascu.
Whatever.
It's therapeutic exercise for structural alignment and things like that.
So Marcia, invited him out to meet me, and because I had back situation. So we're having this conversation outside the door, but his inhale breath and exhale breath wasn't in alignment. It was more like getting me coming into the program and instead of giving me tips, like I always give tips to people and help them out. Like in the lectures, people are asking me things, take this, take that. I don't say, you got to have my program, otherwise you ain't going to help. See, this is not my way. This is not about being in alignment with my words. Inhale and exhale have to be in alignment. So when I recognized that, then my dialogue stopped. I said, oh, thank you for your time. I have to go back now because it's not in alignment. So being in alignment in your work, in your family, your social life, being in alignment is critical in your light being bright. Can I answer your question?
Yeah.
Thanks for asking that.
Oh, yeah, always count on me.
I mean, obviously, we get more into it when you get into Ho'oponopono classes. It's not about sitting around and everybody processing their ideas. No, it's about taking action and implementing the tools. Because I'm all for giving you tools so you can take charge of your own life. Don't depend on me. Or anybody else, for that matter. A meditation technique. There are many other kind of meditation. But at least going to encourage you to start thinking about meditation technique. Mana Lomi, big thing. Of all the Ho'oponopono instructors that I know of, including Hugh Lin, none of them go into meditation like Mana Lomi. It's key. But because a lot of them have been influenced by the Christian world, nothing wrong, not against any Christianity, because Auntie Margaret was a strong Seventh-day Adventist. But we had dialogue because we embraced each other's reference points. However, meditation is not part of their criteria because it's contradicting their religious belief system. So, but meditation was a key element in our society. So I bring that to the forefront. I bring those kind of tools to help people take charge and to understand about being sensitive to oneself